Medina.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, this fella, Ruben Neves, I suspect would be a key factor, Peter, sitting deep in midfield, which gives him a great view of the landscape all around him, and he can really get his team moving forward with momentum.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Martinez. And Fernandez. Into the channel.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Now that's well seen too. McAllister. And it's Fernandez. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, super ball! Tries a shot! It's hit the crossbar! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
João Neves.
Goal! He had chosen correctly then, and yet we quickly realised he hadn't.
Now it's Martinez. Oh, red, nice interception. Romero. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. João Neves. He's gone for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he went with real power then when something dainty and subtle was called for.
McAllister. Now it's Messi. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Almada has it in a wide position. Fernandez. Oh, there's the clearance. Tries to play it through. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And it's Fernandez. Now it's Messi. Now it's DePaul. He is through here. This and a chance! Goal! Argentina! They have their precious lead, and he is loving it. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Argentina are in front now, the game's only goal. That could spell trouble. João Felix! We've got a goal! Parity is restored, they just will not be beaten. And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
It is all square here in the planet's ultimate game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take...
Oh, this looks sharp. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Half an hour played now. Ruben Neves. Looking for the run. Oh, great defending. That needed doing. Martinez. Inacio calmly anticipates. Diogo Costa. Now it's Joao Felix. Not the most accurate pass. Fernandez. And Almada. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's been won straight back. Fernandez. Almada. Searching pass he's played there.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's the throw. And it's Vitinha. He's had a shot! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
And that's exactly the type of adventure we want to see in a final too, Peter, and it's a pity it didn't cause the net to bulge.
João Neves. And this is Ronaldo. Fernandez. Now Martinez. Medina. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
De Paul. He has found a way through. The ball goes in. João Cancelo. And we have breezed through the first half of the final. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, Jim Beglin, halfway through, what are your thoughts for the final so far?
Well, it's been played at a decent pace, Peter, something that was guaranteed when the first goal went in. I think it led to an increase in conviction and urgency. Someone's got to up it a little bit more in order to go ahead once again. So I think we're in for something a bit better in the second half too.
So it's half-time in the grand finale. So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each.
Aquí están los jugadores. Cambio.
The whistle goes, we're off and running.
Portugal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Nice looking ball. Romero cuts it out. To have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
He's found a way through. He's having a shot! Goal! Portugal! A game of thrills, a game of drama. It is the final we all so wanted. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Cristiano Ronaldo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Joao Felix is being harried and hassled.
Well, he's a proper defender's nuisance because of his incessant movement, which is very difficult to stop.
Medina.
Portugal are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Lovely bit of skill. Has a look and plays it forward. Romero spots it and intercepts. And here's Messi.
Messi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Bruno Fernandes wins the duel this time.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's in a great position here. Argentina can breathe again, just.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, played right into his path. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Looking for options for movement. Elects to cross. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. João Felix. Portugal still have the cards to affect this game.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Vitinha. And he's gone backward here. And here's João Felix. Great chance! He pondered over it, and that goes down as a chance missed.
João Felix cannot be that slow, and it took the sting out of the break and a big chance wasted.
Número 16. Entran número 8, número 17, número 15.
Baku. And Gonzalez. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's under a lot of pressure there. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, this is a terrific run.
Portugal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Now it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Over to the right flank. Well, this lead is tight, but it does look as though it may see them through. Just a few moments from glory. Ruben Dias did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Cristiano, tries one from range! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! He's got himself an absolute peach. And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Portugal now in a position far more desirable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though. He's having a pop! Just too much. Fractions.
Well, he went with real power then, when something dainty and subtle was called for.
Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes does really well to win the ball there. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Ruben Neves. Romero goes sliding in. Fernandes. Martinez. And that's it. A tale of triumph that started pretty much with the conclusion of last season and ends with the realisation of the ultimate dream for this set of players who are on top of the world. Winners of football's ultimate game, its ultimate competition.
Well, Peter, they've been magnificent in this tournament, and I've loved the way they've approached every game so meticulously. But alas, time has beaten us, so all that remains is for me to thank you for joining us, and we bid you farewell. Bye-bye for now.